Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a vlog. I am going to get Neuromodulator, which is more commonly known as Botox. I wanted to show you my skin in detail before, and then I'm going to show you the actual injection process in real time, and then my 2-week follow-up to show you the heightened state of what my skin looks like once all of the tox kicks in fully. Neuromodulator is injections that are given of botulinum toxin, which is the longer version of the term Botox. And there are different brands of neuromodulators. You want to go downstairs? He's trying to go down the stairs right now. You want to ride in the car? Yeah, we'll go for a ride in a little bit. I'm about to turn 38 and I started Neuromodulator when I was 35, and it was a number of months after I had given birth to my son. I first started noticing big changes in my skin mainly when I got into my 30s. The static lines, meaning the lines that stay on your face and show when you're no longer making expressions, started to stick and become deeper and more noticeable. The texture of my skin, the pores, the elasticity and collagen, things are starting to fall. So they say that your bone structure, especially around the eyes, tends to open and recede as we get older, which is why your skin starts to fall. And because of that, we get deeper, darker hollows under our eyes. We start to see more of the veins through the skin. The fat pads and the volume that we used to have sitting up here is now sitting lower, and it kind of has no place to go but to stop right here, which is why we get this bulk of tissue here, and our smile lines get a little bit deeper. That's when it starts getting into the lower face and we see the jowling happen and all this stuff under here. That is natural aging. It is how we are meant to be. For me personally, I love skincare. I prefer to not wear makeup. And so I just would like for my static lines to be smoother and my skin to be more bright and clear, especially when it is just at rest. That being said, I don't want to lose character to my face. I don't want to lose the way that I am naturally meant to look. I would just like to improve the texture of my skin to help me age more gracefully, if you will. Now, neurotoxins and all of these aesthetic treatments that are out there, not everyone cares to do it. Not everyone has the funds to do it. Not everyone is educated on them. Earlier on in my life, I never thought I would be one to consider anything of this nature. And Botox is done every day. People do it on their lunch break. There's probably a lot of people that you know that get it done that don't talk about it. Even though it's not that intense of a treatment, it does make a big difference that I've seen in my personal experience. I like to do my treatments anywhere between 3 to 4 times per year. Once you get the treatment done, it takes about 2 weeks for everything to settle to see your full results. After that 2-week mark, over the next few months, your movement starts to come back over time, which means those static wrinkles start to show up more. So by the end of month 3 or month 4, you go back in to get it redone and just keep doing it over and over if you're somebody who wants to be consistent with it. The more often you relax the tension in the muscle that creates these expressions, it weakens your muscle strength over time, which means that eventually you're not going to be able to make as intense of facial expressions. You will still have movement, but over time your static wrinkles that may be strong now will eventually become softer and softer, which means that your dose of neuromodulator will become less and less over time. Botox can be used in different places on the body, for sweating, under the armpits, to relieve migraine headaches. Some people use tox around the lip area. Let's say your upper lip curls under and is kind of hidden. You can tox the muscles around it to relax them, which then lifts that upper lip up a little bit so you have less fold under. These bands right here are called platysma bands. These are a depressor muscle, which means that they pull things downwards. So these are a big cause to the jowling effect that we have along our jawline. So when you tox this area, it actually relaxes the muscle upward, which then stops the pulling downward of this part of the face. There's so many more ways it can be used for more than you might think. I only do the upper face, at least right now. I focus on the forehead, in between the brows, the eyes, and lines on the nose. My last tox treatment was quite a while back, so what you see in this video today is my full range of motion. This is me, completely natural. So here I am at rest in natural light with no filter. I'm just gonna show you my movement in the areas that I tox. So we're gonna start with the forehead. And then the 11s, which is the lines in between the brows when you frown. And mine go down pretty far and they are pretty deep. And so when I relax, you'll see that those lines stay there and they show. And then when you smile, the lines here. And if you notice, they stay when I relax. And then same thing, these are called bunnies. You'll notice those lines also stay. If you are doing Botox treatments, that should not be your one and only treatment for your skin. The most important thing I would say that you could do for yourself is to have a consistent routine that you do at home for your AM and PM routines. Your morning skincare regimen should be different from your nighttime skincare regimen. The brand, the type of products, and the order in which you apply them are all going to be very important, and they should also be based on your specific skin type and your specific pain points that you're trying to target and take care of. On my YouTube channel, you'll find my current AM and PM skincare routines with medical grade products in 2 different videos. So if you want to head over there and watch those, you'll see the step-by-step process, what I use, the brand, the products, and the order in which I apply them, and the difference between morning and night. It is the next day and I am on my way to my neurotoxin appointment. I'm going to show you the gorgeous location that it's in, and you're going to see the injection process from start to finish. So here we go. First is just straight on. Okay, next is scowl. Okay, next is raise up. Next is big, big smile. Okay, and last one, button. Great. Okay. Relax. And so, for the people that are watching, what are some of the places that you can get toxed? I know there's many places in the face, the neck, even the shoulders. Like what is Tox used for and where can it be placed?
So you can place it in between the brows, forehead, crow's feet, bunny lines, which are these lines here. You can do a lip flip. If you have a gummy smile, you can do it here. You can do it in the chin for the chin dimpling. You can do the DAOs for these pre-jowling. You can do it in the masseter for migraines or TMJ. You can do the platysma bands to help with the jowling as well. The trapezius, yes, you can do that to help with like tension headaches, tension there. A lot of people carry a lot of stress in their shoulders and their traps, so that also helps with that.
I've also heard like for sweating, like in the armpits.
Yeah, that's called hyperhidrosis. Scowl, relax.
And what services do you provide at Luxon?
We do neurotoxin, which is Botox, Dysport, Jeuveau. Those are all just brand names of neurotoxin. And we do dermal filler.
And you have history of working in the medical field.
Yes.
As a nurse. So Megan went to how many years of schooling?
I went to 4 years of undergrad.
Plus extra training in aesthetics.
Yeah, so I did 4 years of undergrad. So I have a degree in chemistry and biology. And then I went back to nursing school and did a year accelerated program. And then about last year around this time, I did 2 different certifications on top of shadowing and training, which took a lot of my time, honestly. Skull, relax.
So, needless to say, a ton of education and experience hands-on. And what would you say is between Tox and filler and just the complexity of the face, what would you say is the most intense or overwhelming part of it? Because I know there's a lot of arteries or veins within the face.
Yeah, so I think just really knowing your anatomy is really the most important thing, because there, like you said, the face is so vascular, so it's very important to know where you're injecting, what landmarks are around, if there's arteries, veins, that type of thing.
Right.
Just follow one more time. Relax. All right.
Lovely.
That part done.
So those injections were just for the 11 lines between the brows.
Yes. Okay, let's do your bunny lines next. Relax.
Barely feel those.
Punch up again. Relax. How's the pain?
Perfect. You can barely feel it.
I think some people are so scared of the needles and the pain.
No, it's not even a bee sting.
Yes. Okay, let's do crow's feet next. Okay, big smile for me. Relax.
I know not everybody bruises from Tox, and when they, if and when they do, it's pretty minor, but what causes the bruising?
That is because there was a vein hit.
Gotcha.
So because we're so vascular, I'm just gonna drop a little bit more. There's a bubble in this.
But it's common, and it's not.
It's very common, yeah. The nice thing though is when you get to know your clients, you figure out where their veins are.
Yeah.
So you know not to hit them. Like I have a client who I bruised her twice now in the same spot, and so now I'm like, I know exactly where to go. Right. So I don't bruise her.
I suppose every anatomy is slightly different as far as location
exactly.
and everything.
Everything is so individualized. But yes, we're poking you with a needle, so it is normal to bruise a little bit. Big smile again. Relax.
And what do you feel are some of the main questions or fears or concerns that clients have when they're brand new to Botox or filler? Like, do you find that there's a lot of similar like worries or misconceptions or?
I think the biggest worry is really like the needle. And I think the biggest worry with filler, especially lips, is people are like, I don't want duck lips. I don't want to look unnatural, which obviously I don't want my clients looking unnatural either, looking like they have duck lips.
Yeah.
But I think just educating people on like what it is, what it's gonna do, how long it's gonna last, and just setting expectations beforehand of like what their results are gonna look like is really the key.
She's on social media, so I'll post the links. But I saw one of your posts about all the different shapes of lips, so I'm assuming there's multiple approaches as to how you inject in the shape you're going for.
Exactly. If you can see Jamie's face right now, she has like little mosquito bite looking things. That's the Botox. That's completely normal. I did get her a little bruise right there. It's a tiny one, and obviously that will heal as like the bruise heals.
And we started with the lines between the brows. We went to the bunny lines on the nose. We just finished the crow's feet around the eyes, and now she's gonna finish with the forehead.
And I'm gonna mark her forehead just because foreheads are the most difficult and everyone's forehead is so different. So I like to mark just to make sure I know where I'm going and where to place the tox. Okay, so can you raise up for me? Relax. All right, let's do your forehead here. Raise up, relax.
And with Botox, there's no numbing ahead of time, or do some people request it of some sort?
No numbing. Yeah. Not necessary.
Yeah. And is tox injected into the muscle? Or is
it basically blocks the neurotransmitters, yep.
Right. Which is what communicates to the muscle to move.
To contract.
Yeah. I feel like around the hairline is where I feel it most, maybe just because, I don't know, the skin is thinner or closer to the bone, there's less fatty tissue.
Yeah,
but it's not painful.
No, it's definitely less fatty tissue and less muscle up there.
Right.
And the skin's just more delicate, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. And as of right now, for your customers,
$10 a unit for new clients, and then $12 following.
Every person's treatment plan is going to be different, but how many units did we do?
We did 56. 15 on the forehead, 6 on each crow's feet, 2 and 2 on the bunny lines, and then 25 here.
Did I say hi? I just finished my appointment. It was 45 minutes total, but we did chat a lot, and a lot of the process was the prep and finish and all of the things. So the actual injection process, as you see, isn't super long. And here is a close-up of my skin. You can see some of the spots that the needle went into. There were 5 along here for the 11 lines, and then she did a few around this area for the forehead. She did something small for the nose, the bunny lines, and then the crow's feet, which are the lines around the eyes. So I'm gonna show you my mobility over the next few days, and then I'll show you the peak, which is around the 2-week mark post injections. So I will see you in a few days. 3 days since I got my tox treatment done. So this is what I can do with my forehead as of right now. And then the 11 lines. crow's feet, bunny lines. Day 7 post-tox appointment, and here is my movement. Forehead, 11s, crows, and bunnies. Day 10 post-treatment. It is officially 2 weeks post-tox treatment, and here is my range of motion, starting with the forehead. That is as far as I could raise my brows when I try as hard as possible. And then between the brows. Crow's feet on the outside of the eyes. And then the bunny lines on the nose. So this is the peak point of when the Botox kicks in. And from this point forward, over the next 3 to 4 months, my muscle strength and range of motion in movement will continue to come back, and it'll go right back to where it was before. And within 3 to 4 months from now is when I would go back in to get the next dose and touch up, and so on and so forth. So that is the Botox neurotoxin neuromodulator journey if you are new to it and are curious. And all of the photos and videos I've shot throughout this process have been makeup free and filter free when I'm showing you my movement up close. I have enjoyed my personal experience with neuromodulators so far, and in the future I may attempt in different locations, but for right now my main concerns are the lines on my forehead, the 11 lines, the crow's feet, and the bunny lines. So that is my current focus, and we'll see what the future brings. The woman who did my treatment is a friend of mine. Her name is Megan, and I will be sure to put all her links below.